Shall we start off talking about new contracts for two of your rising stars? It's good to get those under contract, isn't it?
Yeah, and deservedly so. Both had great seasons last year for us. Homegrown talent. They've been at the club a while now, and their performances, their attitude, their credentials suggest that they wanted an extension, and delighted to have them. They're both developing players, and we're pleased to have them.
Yeah, I mean they are first team regulars as well, aren't they? So I mean they've come through, they've developed, and obviously have established themselves in the team.
Yeah, they've both got a long way to go, and they're well aware of that. So they are developing players still, but they're producing some good performances in the Championship. They're under no illusions where they need to get to and where they want to get to. They're working hard at that, but they have the attributes and the desire to do that. So yeah, we're chuffed.
Yeah, and of course they have the players around them, don't they, to learn from as well, which can only be a good thing.
Yeah, they do. People like Ryan Jones, Jack Lamb, Ross Rennie in particular. They'll need to be working closely with them, particularly somebody like Ryan and his experience. And they have to want to be able to do that as well. So the extras that they put in is very, very important. Just by having a contract doesn't mean you've made it. And I think both players have their feet on the ground in that respect.
Yeah, and looking after young players, the developing players, is key for the future of Bristol as well, isn't it?
Oh, it's vital. It's vital. We've brought in some non-English, some non-Bristol type players for a period of time, but it's those young players we want to see coming through. Joe Joyce has already made a significant improvement in the pre-season, but it's all of those local talent that we want to help develop and come through into the first team, because the young Bristol players in the surrounding area will aspire to be like them, and they are crucial role models in that process. So yeah, you're very right.
Yeah, and great to start the season with a win against a team that's expected to be up there come the end of the season. Great to start with a win over Worcester.
It was great to start with a win, albeit in dramatic fashion. I wouldn't say we played as well as we're going to be able to play. We're still in the very early stages of our team, a new team, and I think at times that showed a little bit of naivety and rustiness, but the good news is we'll improve, we'll get better. So there's aspects of our performance that we still want to work on, but we're just delighted with the attitude the players showed. We're delighted with the sort of character that they showed, and the never say die attitude towards the end to be able to play and show. And I think that's a credit to our fitness and the characters that we've got in that team now. So that augurs well, but sort of performance-wise, there's clearly some fine-tuning to do.
Yeah, and health-wise on the squad, did you pick up any significant injuries?
No, not significant. No, one or two bumps, as you'd imagine, in a physical game like that, because it was physical. But nothing we can't overcome quite quickly. I think David Lemmy had a bit of a knock to his hip, which is well documented, but he's fine. He should make it this week. A few bumps and bruises, but in the main we're okay.
Yeah, and moving on now, a different kind of challenge, I suppose. First away game, another tough one at Yorkshire Carnegie.
Yeah, good side, Yorkshire Carnegie. I've been to watch them already at Gloucester in pre-season, and they give them a few scares. They've lost a few players, but they've kept some of their crucial ones. Obviously lost their coach as well. But we had several games against them in the B&I and the Championship last year, and Yorkshire were a very dangerous side for our mind, and we're well aware of the challenge. They're off to a great start with a good win, bonus point win down in Cornish Pirates, and they're a tricky outfit. So fortunately we play on a good surface, and we have a squad that can cope with them, but on the day it'll be a tough game.
Yeah, is it a little bit more difficult to know what to expect from them, from the fact that, as you say, they're under new coaching setup there now, and they've only played one game, so they haven't exactly got real form, if you know what I mean?
No, I think in the main the players dictate the sort of style that they play. They play from deep. They have very good wingers who are very dangerous, a good set of half-backs who control the game, and a pretty robust set of forwards, so a difficult outfit. Looking forward to going up there, because we're pretty much a different team now. I thought our set piece was excellent on the weekend. Danny Wilson's come in, made a real impact. I think we caused Worcester a lot of problems, forced a lot of penalties with our maul. I think we were dangerous off the maul, as we showed with two of our tries. And scrum-wise, we're particularly strong, and I think we'll get even better in that department. So, I think, if you look at our defensive effort on top of that, particularly in the first 20 minutes, We're starting to build a bit of a core mentality in those nuts and bolts areas that we were perhaps lacking a little bit last year. And defensively, if we're solid and aggressive, and set piece way, if we're robust and dangerous, then you add to the try scoring potential that we've already got. Makes for a pretty decent formula, doesn't it?
Yeah, and is Headingley a venue that you look forward to going and playing at?
Yeah, fantastic venue at home last week, has to be said. The atmosphere and particularly the pitch and the stadium was outstanding. And you go to Headingley and you experience similar conditions. You have a good pitch, decent facilities, a stadium, and that's what we're aspiring to play into: good facilities, good stadia, and the players will respond to that. So going away from home then doesn't make it as difficult as perhaps some of the other areas that we have to go to. But no, it's the same for both teams. At the end of the day, it's 4 white lines, and the conditions are the same. So we'll approach every game we can with that attitude.
Yeah, and just finally, you mentioned Danny Wilson already. How important or how much of a boost is it for Bristol to have him here full time now without his commitments elsewhere?
I think it's vital. I think Danny's workload is huge here at Bristol. He takes on a number of responsibilities, not just the set piece. So with a young family and the travel, it was always an issue and part of the original deal. But for him to be released now full time at Bristol is a huge fillip for everyone here, and certainly for him. He's a really good young coach, underrated. We're lucky to have him, and you're going to see that as the season progresses. We'll get better and better, and a lot of credit will go to him. So yeah, I'm delighted as somebody who was perhaps instrumental in getting him here, having worked with him in the past. It'll be good for Bristol Rugby.
Good luck, Sean. Thank you.